What it do, what it do, what it do. It's yours truly, Mr.Taliaferro. A little bit of Game 5 action. A lot of people shocked that this series even got to Game 5. With Giannis not able to finish Game 4 for the Milwaukee Bucks. Could his Bucks team win a Game 5 and potentially maybe Giannis could give it a go in Game 6 if his ankle would allow? Giannis did warm up for this one. Miami Heat looking to make their way to the conference finals, the first time they've did such a thing since 2014. That will be the LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh era. Whoo, man, it's a lot on the line in this one. If Milwaukee can't get it done, a lot of conversations happen. I can't say a long summer because, you know, technically it's the fall. So I would say let's assume that the NBA starts back around February-ish. It's going to be a long fall and winter in Milwaukee with a lot of question marks about their superstar, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and not how his season began and how it went midway through, but again, how his season ended. Let's check out Game 5, Bucks Heat. Could Chris Middleton and company get one more game and give their big fella an opportunity to get back in the lineup? Man, it is going to be a summer of conversations about the Milwaukee Bucks and their roster, man. Like, you know, my question is, what do you go do? Because I've seen Coach Budenholzer say, hey, I love the high character guys we got in that locker room. I'm assuming he's talking about a Dante DiVincenzo, a Brook Lopez, a Wesley Matthews, a Pat Connaughton, and Eric Bledsoe. Hell, I even throw in a Chris Middleton, right? I'm assuming he's talking about some of those guys. But look, high character don't win you championships. George Hill, Sterling Brown. These are what people respect around the league. But what does that really mean if you keep getting to the playoffs and when there's a team that plays harder than you? And this has happened like 3 straight years for Milwaukee, by the way. When there's a team that plays harder than them in the playoffs, the Bucks lose. The Raptors played harder than the Bucks did last year in the conference finals for 4 straight games, and the Bucks couldn't win a game after Kawhi locked up Giannis. It was over. This round, before Giannis got hurt, as Middleton drove the 3 to give the Bucks an early 10-point lead, 21-11. But before Giannis got hurt, he was ineffective, and truthfully, Milwaukee has looked better as a team. The ball has moved around more, with Giannis out of the lineup instead of in it. So even if Giannis is able to come back, what does that really mean? If he can't make a jumper and he's slowing down the offense and he's stagnating the offense, you know? Andre Iguodala. Oh, he's got Kyle Korver on. He's got to go to work. Yeah, I think the Milwaukee Bucks is the most trustable team in the league. Like, I would leave $1 around. I'd leave like $100,000 around the Bucks. And I'm pretty sure the money's going to be right there when I get back. Like, I don't think anybody's going to steal it from me. But at the end of the day, like, what does that mean? What does that mean, right? You don't win games off this league just because you're a good person. You got to have talent and skill. As Goran Dragic drills the 3. Bucks up 8 early, though. Olynyk, hero. You're my hero. That boy don't play like a rookie at all, man. And I knew he'd be a good shooter. I compared him to Danny Green. But he puts the ball on the ground way more than Danny Green was or has ever done. Bledsoe. How did he get that thing up to Brook Lopez? I really think that was a shot, though. Hero, Olynyk. I've liked the energy that Kelly Olynyk has had in this series. He's stepped up in any role that Miami's asked him to. In this one, Olynyk got 17 minutes, gave me 12 points. Look at Olynyk, man. Just being able to fill a role on a team that's trying to get to the finals. By any means necessary. Kendrick Nunn came in, the rookie. I thought he came in and was a great spark for Miami. Look at him go get a bucket there. Oh, Nunn to Butler for 3. Butler doesn't have to go get 30 every game for this Miami team to be successful. But he has to give me max effort every game, and he will. Nunn to Bam. Butler. Hero, beautiful ball fake. Yes. Yes. Miami goes up 3. They playing really good basketball here in the second. None. That'll work. Miami is streaking right now. How about Marvin Williams with the 3? Congratulations to Marvin. His career is not over. It's now over as he retired after this game. As Butler goes and gets a deuce, it's a 7-point game. Wesley Matthews. Oh, double's coming. Look at Wesley. How about this? I know Wesley Matthews is going to be sore for the next week after this game. He went in that post in this one, man. He kind of filled the Giannis role in the post for the Bucks. As Lopez gets a bucket. We're getting close to the half. Miami's up 3. Dragic doubles the lead with this 3. Let's move on to the third quarter. Possibly the last half of the Bucks season. Bam. Crowder. How confident has Jay Crowder been in this series?
His three-point stroke has been terrific.
Unbelievable.
Wesley Matthews. Is he going to go back to the post? No. Sets the screen. Give my guy a look. Dante DiVincenzo getting big-time minutes. No Giannis. Drills the 3. Look at Duncan Robinson. Not much of a factor the last couple nights out. But got it to go there. 6-point game. Bledsoe.
Finally gets his first field goal.
Okay. Oh, good steal from Middleton. Are you going to go straight? Euro. No. Dante DiVincenzo with the jam. Bucks down a point in this game. No Giannis.
Oh, man, this is great.
What is wrong with Duncan Robinson in this one? Offensive foul on him. Hero floating. Okay. 59-56 here. Miami's up.
5 of 14 now.
But if I'm Milwaukee, I feel good about where I'm at right now. All I want is a chance. Well, the lead is kind of expanded now as the Bucks are down double digits.
Back-to-back baskets now for Milwaukee. There's that defense I was just alluding to.
Middleton. And 1. 5-point game. Good play by Kelly Olynyk. Hero. Oh, my goodness. Move on to the fourth here. Is it the last quarter of Milwaukee's #1 seeded season? Marvin Williams got something to say about that. Is it the last quarter of his career? Iguodala. Bam Adebayo. 77-69. Marvin Williams. Beautiful pass from Bledsoe that time around. How about Marvin Williams? Giving me 11 off the bench. Not a lot of production off that Milwaukee bench. As Iggy gets a jam. 6 points for Iggy. 14 for Hero. 6 for Nunn. 12 for Olynyk. Much more production off that Miami bench. Eric Bledsoe for 3. Bledsoe gave me 9 points. 2 for 12 shooting. Not good. 23 for Middleton. Bam Adebayo goes up and jams it home. Bam. 13.6 boards. It's a tough game, man. It's 81-74. Miami's up. 6 minutes to go. And Tyler Hero can start to smell it as he goes and 1. Uh-oh. The Bucks are in trouble. I know they're missing their best player, but you're still the #1 seed for a reason. Crowder for 3. Closing this thing out. 16 for Crowder. It's a 7-point game, under 4. Middleton over Butler. That's cold-blooded right there. 5-point game. Bucks hanging around. That's all you could ask for. Uh-oh. Almost turnover. Dragic has been so consistent throughout the postseason for Miami, and he does it again in this one. Bledsoe, Middleton for 3. Yes! 4-point game. The Milwaukee Bucks will not go away easily. Bledsoe looking beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Couple of big passes from Bledsoe here. Still at 4. 2 minutes to go. You got to get a stop if you're Milwaukee. Butler. Uh-oh. Wow. Butler had 6 assists to them, none bigger than that one. 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists for Butler. And how about Goran Dragic with some big baskets? He gave you 17. And that is all she wrote. How about Jimmy Butler signing with the Miami Heat this summer, eliminating Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks? Like I teased for you guys earlier, Marvin Williams for the Bucks did call it a career after the game. He said he's done after 15 years. He's done, retired from the NBA. Congratulations to him on a successful career and for him and his family. But the Milwaukee Bucks got bigger questions on their hands than Marvin Williams. Giannis Antetokounmpo is about to enter the last year in his deal. And I think it is pivotal that Milwaukee Bucks they got to shake this bad boy up. You know this lineup is not enough. Unless Giannis is going to become a 43% three-point shooter next year, you don't have enough to win a championship. You don't even have enough to make it to the conference finals in the East right now. And the East is not getting worse. Boston will be good next year like they are this year. The Raptors seem to be hanging around for a couple more years. Now you got Miami with Jimmy Butler. And they're going to have cap room in a year or so to go out and get someone else. You know the East ain't going to be better. Get worse. And by the way, there's a team in Brooklyn that has a guy by the name of Kevin Durant. You might have heard of him. And a guy by the name of Kyrie Irving. You might have heard of him. You got to make a move if you're Milwaukee. You might not even be the 1 seed next year, let alone you might not even get out of the first round. Because next year, if it's outside of Milwaukee, if it's Boston, who Milwaukee has struggled with in the past. I know they beat them last year, but they did struggle with them a couple years ago. And you haven't played Milwaukee with Kemba in the lineup, not Kyrie in the playoffs. It'll be Boston. You got Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie. Toronto. These are some teams. And now Miami, right? 4 legitimate teams that have either beat you recently, and we know Kevin Durant is capable of beating anyone in the playoffs. So, man, if you got to make a move, man. I personally don't believe Chris Middleton can be your second star. That is my honest opinion. I think he should be a really good third star. And every now and then he can be the second best player on your team. And some nights he could be the best on your team, but not consistently. You got to go in and bring a third star to Milwaukee. You have to, and I know Giannis isn't the biggest of friend with everybody in the league. Somebody's got to find a way to bring a star to Milwaukee. And they don't have a lot of trade assets. Some people say they should have kept Malcolm Brogdon over Eric Bledsoe. They opted to play Bledsoe and lose Brogdon. We'll see if that was a big move for him. You got to trade maybe a Bledsoe type player and someone else and go out and get a top tier talent. You know, it would have been nice if Milwaukee would have been able to sign Bradley Beal in a year from now, but Bradley Beal has already signed an extension. I think that's the type of guy Giannis needs around him. I think Giannis could be a number 1 in this league. I think he's close to Shaq with no dominant post move. And personally, that to me means you got to go out and get a guy that could be the one any given night. The nights that Giannis ain't the one. Milwaukee's got a lot of decisions to make, and it's still Milwaukee, so there will be a struggle to get somebody to commit to that team long term, as we saw LeBron had problems getting guys to commit to Cleveland. And LeBron's personality seems to be a lot more friendly than Giannis is right now. All right, so let me know what y'all think about Milwaukee's season. Obviously a failure. They needed the crowd, man. They one of the teams that I believe with a crowd, maybe you win Game 5 with no Giannis, right? Maybe you win Game 5, but no crowd. You they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough this year. I don't know if they fire Budenholzer. We'll see. Y'all let me know what you would do if you were running that Milwaukee Bucks team, as they definitely need adjustments. All right. Congratulations to the Miami Heat. Moving on to the conference finals. How about Jimmy Butler, man? Coming over as a free agent. A lot of people are like, yo, is he the problem? He's been on a few teams here in the last 3 years. He comes in, he calls these guys out. He tells them I like something about these young guys. These young guys, something about these guys are different than the guys that I played with in Minnesota, than the guys that I played with in Chicago, than the guys I played with in Philly. Yes, those guys may be more talented, but the guys in Miami worked their hearts out. They worked their asses off. So we will see what happens for Jimmy and the Heat. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support is what I don't take for granted. Salute. I'm out.